guys, so welcome back to another video. Today is going to be the first start of a brand new series on my channel called Living with a Disability. Now, for those of you that are not aware, I'm disabled, so that's why I'm making this series, because I live every day of my life in a wheelchair. So there's stuff that I've had to face my entire life, and I'm going to have to face all my life. I can't change that, so that's fine. But I asked you guys on my Instagram community tab what you wanted me to talk about today. By the way, if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe, because then you'll be able to be notified when I post these video options, and then your opinion will matter on what video I post what day. So I asked you guys what you wanted to see, and a lot of you guys voted for Living with a Disability restaurant horror stories. Now, obviously, I'm in a wheelchair, yes, that much is obvious. But despite my disability, I'm a very independent person. I don't need my mommy and daddy to do things for me. I've never been that type of person. So, I've said a lot on my channel that 4 years ago, I got a job as a summer camp counselor. And this story takes place 4 years ago. So, the first year I was working at camp, no, it was the second year, because I was 14. So it was the second year working at camp. So this story is 3 years. This is what happened 3 years ago. So the camp that I work at, it is at a local school here in town where I live, and it's right across from our local mall. In the mall parking lot is a McDonald's. So sometimes during the camp season, the senior staff and junior staff will go over to McDonald's for usually an iced coffee and some fries after camp one day. That's just what we do. It's normally a once a week thing. We do it for fun and to hang out and stuff like that. So that's what we did. So it was me, my friend Bethany. You guys know Bethany. Bethany's great. My friend Allison and my friend Sarah. So we were all there. And the McDonald's, it's accessible, I guess. I mean, I can get in the building. It's accessible. But when you get in the building, the counter where you order your food is very high. It's so high to the point that I can't see over it. Okay? I'm in a chair. I'm sitting down. The counter is like right here. Like I can't see over it. So I pay with a debit card. I don't use cash. So I placed my order, and the lady asked me what I wanted. I placed my order. I told her, let's just say an iced coffee. So I said a large iced coffee, and she was like, okay, how are you paying? I said, debit. And she said, okay, go ahead when you're ready. So I got my card out, all ready to pay. And normally, debit, machines are able to come off their stand. Like, they have a cord that's wireless, so they can hand it down to people that are disabled. And actually, restaurants now are supposed to have that. But this one, not only could it not come off the stand, but it was also on its own stand that was like this high. So not even was the counter this high, but the debit machine was all the way up here. I was like, okay, I can't reach that. So normally when this happens, I will ask the person, normally if they are on a stand, they are detachable, okay? So I was like, can you take that down, please? I can't pay, I can't see to use the machine at all. And I was like, can you take it down, please? The lady looks at me. Keep in mind, this person's probably 23, 24 years old. So I was like, excuse me, but I can't reach that. Could you please take it down? And she looks at me, dead set in the face, and was like, why? I was like, I looked at Bethany, who was standing right beside me. I looked at Bethany. Bethany just looked at the person, and I was like, what do you mean, why? I can't, how am I supposed to pay for what I ordered if I can't use the machine? I was like, can you take it down, please? She looked at me, then looked at Bethany, then back at me, and straight up said no. I was like, well, does it come off? She was like, I don't know. Meanwhile, at this point, I was getting very upset because not only are they supposed to come off, but I could tell that this person just wasn't having it. And usually when you're disabled, you can tell when someone's being disrespectful to you because you're in a wheelchair. So I could fully tell that this 23-year-old or 24-year-old person was just, she was probably thinking, oh, she's just some stupid little child in a wheelchair. I don't have to put effort in because she's not a real, like, person. I know. That's annoying, okay? I was like, can you, so at the time, I was like, well, I'm sure it can come down, can you just try? At this point, the lady was getting upset, or lady, I should say girl, because like, maturity level was not there. Anyway, I was like, can you please try to take it down? I can't pay for my food. Like, do you want me to not pay? Because like, I have to pay for food, like, but how am I supposed to pay? I can't see what I'm supposed to do. So I looked at her, I was like, well, can you try to take it down? Because sometimes they're just like really stiff and you can't take them off right away. I was like, can you try? Meanwhile, at this point, up to this point, she hadn't tried at all. So how was I supposed to know if it could come off or not? Because normally when they're on a stand, in every other place that I've been to, they come off. So I was like, oh, well, maybe she just doesn't know if it comes off or not because they don't take it off a lot. So I was like, can you try to take it off? She was like, no. I was like, why? And she was like, cause it doesn't. I was like, you didn't try. Meanwhile, I was trying to keep my cool because I didn't want to start a racket in the middle of a McDonald's, okay? I just wanted my iced coffee. So I was like, you know what? Okay. So I let all my other friends place their order and everything was fine. But then I was like, you know what? I'm getting my iced coffee. I don't care what this person says. So I was like, can you try to take the debit machine down? Now you're probably thinking, Hannah, why didn't you just use cash? I don't carry cash because normally I don't run into this problem. So I wasn't prepared for that. So I was like, can you please try to take the machine down? It will literally take like 20 seconds. Meanwhile, Bethany's standing right next to me, just mind blown by the situation. So she was like, no. I was like, lady, oh my gosh. So I was like, can you try? She was like, no, I'm not going to try. It doesn't come off. I was like, how? I wanted to scream. I wanted to be like, how do you not know it doesn't come down if you haven't tried? Meanwhile, we were probably there 5 minutes. Just me, like, trying to lose it with this cashier for not being, like, cooperative. So it got to the point, I was like, you know what? Forget it. So what I had to do, and this really irritates me, okay? Because I should not have to do this. In order for me to, by the way, this machine did not have tap either. If you guys don't know what tap is, it's just where you tap your debit card or credit card and like you don't have to put in your PIN or anything. So for some reason, this machine didn't have tap either. So because usually I will use tap even if I can reach the debit machines, but for some reason this one didn't. So that makes it interesting. So I was like, you know what? Fine. So what I had to do was I had to tell my friend Bethany my PIN. Luckily, I trust Bethany and I know she would never take anything out of my account. But like, I should not have to tell my friend my PIN just because I can't pay for something. And just because this cashier is too lazy to try to take off the debit machine. Now, if the debit machine really couldn't come off, that's a bad thing. Okay? So that's the biggest story. The next is, it actually happens every single time I go out to dinner with my family. Every single time. So, we go out to dinner as a family, usually for like my mom or dad's birthday or my little sister's or something like that. And, normally, like, family restaurants have like a kids menu, right? That's normally like 7 or 8 under, and you get the kids menu. Every single time we go out to eat, I get given the kids menu. I'm almost 18 years old, okay? I'm like, can I have a regular menu, please? I don't know if it's just something about sitting down and they're like, oh, well, they're not cognitively aware to make their own decisions on what they want to eat. And if that's not bad enough, then I can give it the kids menu and I have to ask for an adult menu, even though I am an adult. Every time I place my order, every single time I place my order, I will tell them what I want. Let's just say I want soup, okay? I'll say, I'll have the vegetable soup or whatever. They will literally look at my mother and be like, is that okay? I'm like, honey, what do you mean, is that okay? I think I'm old enough to make my own food decisions when we go out to eat. Okay? Okay. But like, I don't understand if it's something like, when you're sitting down and they're like, oh, well, they're just with their parents anyway, might as well just ask their parents because maybe they're not able to. But here's a tip for everyone that works in fast food restaurants, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, I don't care where you work. If you see someone in a wheelchair, do not automatically assume that we know nothing, okay? People with disabilities, just because we're in a wheelchair, doesn't mean we're stupid, okay? Don't just automatically think that we can't make decisions for ourselves. Don't ask our mommy and daddy if we can have what we wanted to order. Okay, that's not okay. Not only does it make you as the waitress or cashier look really stupid, but it will probably make us as the people with the disability very angry and upset. Okay, because it's just not fair. Okay, like, I don't understand how people think that, oh, just because they're in a wheelchair, they can't make decisions for, like, no. Okay? So if you work at a retail place or a fast food place, always try to think to yourself. Actually, you don't even have to think to yourself. This is common sense. Always treat people like they're not stupid. Okay? Because more times than not, people with disabilities, like me, have feelings and can get upset and angry, and you make us feel like babies and children. Yeah. So just try to think. When you see someone in a wheelchair, don't automatically treat them like a child. Try talking to them first. You'd be surprised how smart we actually are, because we had to grow up faster than everyone else so that people wouldn't treat us like that. People with disabilities have to grow up a lot faster than everyone else so that people will take us seriously, because it is a common error in society. You see a wheelchair, wheelchairs equal stupid people. That's not okay. So that's all I have for today. If you guys want to share this video, I'd really appreciate it, because not only was this a very fun video for me to make, because I love talking about what it's like to live with a disability. I love talking about the stuff that I have to go through, and I hope that I can help you guys out somehow. But if you want to share the video, make sure you go ahead and do that, because maybe it'll help someone else, and maybe people that work at retail places and stores and Wendy's or McDonald's will see this video and be like, wow, I've been doing that too, maybe I should stop. So if you guys could share the video, that'd be great. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and also comment any questions that you have about living with a disability, or if you have any thoughts or feedback on this video or stuff that I've said in the video, make sure to leave a comment. I will try my best to respond back to all of you guys. I love hearing what you have to say, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, because tomorrow or the next day, or depending on how much work I have to do, I will be talking about the time the airline destroyed my wheelchair. So, if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe, turn on my notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.